A spot in the playoffs on the line for Liquid and EG. More so, EG and GG.bet seem to agree. It is a heavy favor towards them here as we step into Nuke. This was EG's map pick. Let's see if they can show us exactly why. Chad, you hinted that their T side has a lot of pace to it.
Yeah, it used to, but maybe what we saw on Mirage there could strike a bit of a change. So smoke over towards top ladder coming out from Stan just there. That's going to obscure the vision of the Heaven player, and they are crossing towards Secret. Naf doesn't want to face this twist. He's going to get licked up a little. But Breeze will make it lower with 46 points of health. Through the smoke they go. What?
Yo, Elige was not ready for all of them. They both come through, left and right. He had no options. That's just lights out for Elige. Now, battling further forward, Stewie forced to tuck in. He's doing good damage. He's chipped away at them, but Ethan's added a second and a third.
Double.
Nav dunks him with a double. Keeping EG in it, though. Twists on the flank from Ramp. Tarek can go topside. Looks like they want to pivot here. Oop, slows himself down by pulling out that bomb a little prematurely, but Stan holding that ladder flank. Oh,
so big.
They have to know. Stan always does this.
Oh. Do they, Chad? Do they have to know? It seems like you know a little bit too much. Chad, make your return. Out to an A.
You'd have checked that corner, Chad.
I just remember when I used to get the privilege, or I don't know if it was a privilege, I really disliked playing against Stan because I was like the A rotator on Mirage, and when they hit B, I'd be running away, I'm coming, guys, and then Stan just comes out Palace and keeps like, God damn it, Stan.
Oh, that luck.
So annoying, but he takes the territory and he makes it work, and Naf, well, he may as well go for it. Maybe just some kills, the Glock in hand.
Get that door open as they leave main. Here we go. That's the sound cue he wanted.
Oh, they're long gone.
All right, little hesitant there. Not sure what his plan is here.
He's gonna die.
Cool.
We don't love it. It's not brilliant.
You love it, you wear it. Shop.eslgaming.com. That's my Apollo impression.
We love you, Sean.
Shout out to him.
Sean's VO work is outstanding, honestly.
Got a nice double nade out of that, at least for Liquid, but I'm afraid that is very much the wooden spoon of the two options. And is that a green jersey I'm seeing?
Wait, what is that jersey?
So that's their Marvel.
Is that the Hulk one?
It must be Hulk, thank you.
Yeah.
They collab with Marvel. They've got,
yeah,
like,
I've seen the Spider-Man one.
It's like a Wolverine one.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty.
That's the yellow one.
That was the prettiest one.
Look at
Hulk
them go.
green.
There's 4 smokes in play right here for the CT side. Naf with the scout yet again, and well towards Yard is where this one's starting.
Yeah, that's Naf's secret. He's always angry. Back away for now. And in fact, I'd be putting my fist in the desk after that one. Ethan just standing at the tippy top. But a great shot, I think. No, that was just the damage inflicted by Naf early. Leech does manage to convert it eventually. And now outside, it's getting a bit chaotic. Despite all of the chaos, however, it does seem to have settled in EG's favor. Stewie responsible for the top site with only a scout. Grim investigating lobby and calling it clear.
And I feel like we're going to get one of those, a little bit of a chaotic game again, like we had in that first half on Mirage. It did seem that kind of like pretty wild, but it did obviously go towards EG's favor, especially on the half switch. But for now, the 4v2, let's see if more damage can be done. Stewie and Grim, relatively separated though, so onto the T's to make the move. Where is old Stan? We'll find a way in, and all we have found so far is that Stewie's head is detachable at this point. Ethan, round the back, and Grim is being called off. It's a nice round. The pace got tempered and slowed down slightly.
I want to use this round right here to establish what needs to go right for Liquid, because when we saw them take on Cloud9 on this very map just the other day, they managed to scrap together the first 12 rounds in a row on their CT side, and it was a 12-3 half where Cloud9, they made a little bit of a bounce back, but it was more of a splash, not too many ripples. Now, Naf and Elige are the combo outside. You heard me talking about it before. A lot of teams are starting to do this. You have Naf on the AWP, and then Elige is the flex. He can go main, he can go secret, he can be back at warehouse, he can go aggressive outside. And the way that the two of them field the rounds and play off of one another is going to be the most important part of their approach on the CT side. The remaining of these members, Stewie over towards Ramp, we saw him do some wild things last time round, and that's going to leave Grim in the top site with twists. Now, everybody is going to have their roles, but some a little bit more flexible than others.
So just to kind of highlight what may have been going on throughout this this round so far is EG know it could have been an eco, well, it is an eco, or perhaps we're seeing some flirtations with a little couple of pistols and a couple of flashbangs. The lobby crunch could have happened. So they position themselves to deal with the lobby crunch, and now, after calling it clear, they can focus their sights on, well, the site. Walking out. Ethan does call these corners clear, but it's the USPs that start throwing in some dinks. The smoke is a fantastic guise for their mischief. And now from behind, Stan should clean up. Problem solved. Only Elige, he's gone too. The Galils fill the feed.
Shame the mischief couldn't be managed. That could have been quite good fun.
Is that a Harry Potter reference? I'm so proud of you.
I love you.
Oh, that was a real vague one. Why have I gone and just thrown the subtlety out of the window?
Well, we'll see if we can keep creaming it every now and then. It's
Pat on the back, though, all the same. But obviously not. Don't want to be actually invading your personal 2-meter bubble.
It's true.
Don't touch anybody at the moment.
Yeah.
You can't even look at people.
I
Probably
never did.
inadvisable.
Social anxiety really crippled me on that one. It's all good.
He's going fast, or at least he's flirting with the idea. Molly will stop the fast push, but Cirque's been slapped, and so has Tarek. This vent dive has gone awry. And EG, they do manage to get the bomb down, but it's with great cost.
Nothing pretty about this, is there? Just body parts strewn all over the vents. Looking more like a horror movie. As the rest of the teams decide, you know what, no. Well, maybe secret. That seems safer.
Yeah.
You know, the murderer is in the building. Go for a run outside. That's always what works out.
Have 2 smokes, so they could limp them for the cross to get 2 secret. Just curious if they want to waste them here or not. You should be safe about it in a 3-on-5, and they know NAF has the AWP, so it will be exactly that. Smoke 1 and smoke 2. And across they go. So, lower bomb site control. That has been netted. The rotation has come on in from Stewie towards Megaton now. Will be mollied back. He wants to fight. Or does he?
He liked it for a little. And they got a little too hot, so he backed away. The T's, though, are down towards the lower side of things. Bomb does still need to find his place. Freeze is on that case, but CTs are held back for now. 4 of them at ramp here?
They have to take a fight, though, EG. They can't sit back.
Oh, we've seen so many clips of Aim Star holding them down as they all gather from ramp. This has got the potential, but Grim looks to be relieving the pressure, as does Elige. Stan, he was supposed to be the last part of the plan. Now he's the only element left for EG to secure 4 here. No one's tickled the bomb just yet. Stan does have a chance onto Stewie, but Nafli keeps his teammates safe, keeps his new leader safe. If anyone hasn't been keeping track of the news, Stewie 2K taking the responsibilities of the calling in the absence of Nitro, departing and making room for NA up-and-comer Grim to take a seat at the top of NA's table.
I find it so interesting that we've had that big, well, not big switch, but the switch of mentality of you want a fragger to be your IGL. I mean, you know, we've got the Nico element coming in. I guess Stewie, I still see him as a fragger, whether or not he necessarily fulfills that role. But
see what he was up to last time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to doubt him too much, but I find it quite an interesting one that we have these, like, it used to be that mentality of you don't want them to be, you know, having to IGL because you want them to be able to frag out,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
It's quite fun, right?
The age of the Sponges and Sean Gares of the world is over. It's no longer an excuse that will be accepted in 2020.
Okay.
See you later, Chad.
For sure.
Lead from the front, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, when it is all about the smallest margins, that excuse runs out quick when someone's not using it. You know, as soon as the top team, the Astralises of the world, have got Glaive dropping 30 in a major final, you really can't make that excuse. Boosted, Naf doesn't get to pluck him out of the air just yet. He is exposed and not turning from the flash. Cirque, you brave boy! Timing and intuition is all he needs.
Oh, the knuckles must be white after trying to make that spray count, just clawing onto the AK. Not great from Elige, sadly. Has to back away from that. And I quite liked how Elige was playing down below before, and kind of his approach to it. Super, super mobile, super hard to pin down.
Check this out. Elige just completely left the lower bomb side. They're happy to give up that secret cross if it was to come on in. And now we're going to come to a head-in lobby here.
Oh, they're all there. Grim's there as well. Now a warning shot. It couldn't be better. He's thrown a smoke. That's not ideal. Now he's not got his nades out. Liquid had such a chance, and it's just been squandered. Elige is only going to find 2, and that is insufficient. With 40 seconds left, Stan can make a call on the fly. They descend to the B site. Twists. He's already down there.
All right, Twist.
Oh, he was.
And now he's on the wrong side.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. He will descend again, loudly. Unfortunately, this one, he's been handed a real poopy sandwich.
Yikes.
He's not capable and has to back away. Retain what he can. Keeping the AK on the CT side is always nice too. EG, on the T side of Nuke no less, are demonstrating not only why they picked it, but also they do seem to be coming in as the harder hitter into this matchup. You did lean EG's way when I gave you an unfair question, Chad.
At this point, I don't even know where an unfair
look who's bodyguarding it. Ethan would stop that any funny business from happening and even take it for himself.
Okay, so Cirque's going to be happy with that one. Once again, we can have the AWP gifted over. This was the opening kill here on NAF, and the fact that Elige wasn't able to find a trade coming up secret, well, that's the combo. They weren't even able to get the 1-2. Oh, Stan lucky there. Has teammates dropping all around him. Will be a buy round coming out from Liquid. It is forced. You can see with Grim on the MP9, he is a top holder, so it's not the worst weapon in the world. NAF has had to go for the baby AWP.
Baby AWP.
The baby AWP.
Elige going walks. And if they see him, doesn't matter. He's already taken the fight on Breeze. Trade comes in, but that's not Elige. They know he's still out there somewhere. He is still standing until, well, Grim, Stewie all dive in to try and help out here. Now Stan left in the 1v2. This aggression has paid off, I guess you could argue, for Liquid. Probably one of the closer rounds we've had, but there's still plenty of danger in the fact that Stan stands, and he does have a bit of utility to play with. It's not all for nothing. He's got that rifle locked and loaded.
Now the rule when Stan's left alive is look behind you. So the fact that they've turtled on up and they're looking towards ramp, they're worried about hut, that's the right idea, but Stan had just left spawn. So he's actually taken the territory that his teammates have worked so hard to gather, and if he gets Stewie, Grim is so low. This frag is everything, and he's not going to land it straight away. The wall bang, 1 HP for Stewie now, 53 seconds left on the clock. He's heard him drop into the site. Stan's going straight to lower.
I kind of love this. Nade for Decon. Why would he want to remove that door? Wants to check it, I suppose. Cautious, 40 seconds. They've both descended
going in?
already. Imagine if he goes up. Oh, this is some fat brain gaming. I love it. Stewie's sat in the vents, though. He's played this well. Knows he can plant safe. Ramp's a threat. They're both so low, but he hasn't checked it, and Stewie gets the timing. It looks so good. He put all the pieces in the right place, but execution not quite there. 1 HP. 1. Stewie manages to get away from that spray and does manage to eventually find that frag.
That was Stewie's first 2 kills of the game right there, and very important frags they were. The AWP will be scavenged, the defuse will come on in. The buy will still be netted for EG here off the back of that plant, so very important that Stan was a selfless gamer there and tried to get that clock started. Oh dear, it's the devil's in the details there. He could have been looking either way. Realistically, he didn't need to be looking towards the site because he'd walked all the way in and the doors hadn't been open, so he had the sound cue coming his way, but that's just a little misstep. It was still good stuff from Stan to even make that competitive. And here's that buy. So let's see if they go back to a quicker play. We tried the vent drop before. Let's see what's on the cards this time round. Towards Yard, we see the smoke. Hut, they're going with the same standard squeaky nade and smoke to guise the vent. But it's a bit slower of a pace this time round.
Last time the CTs did push into their face, so I don't mind them taking a second or two to consider what might be the case here.
Naf's gonna be fine from that Molotov, but it does kind of lock him in. If they continue to pressure his teammate Elige, he might have to consider some aggressive AWPing here. Tarek's flat frag, he is being held on secret. He can't really leave his hidey hole unless he finds the frag tag. It's just insufficient. Does manage to get away. This round, oh my goodness, is this some crazy Counter-Strike? Grim's got to be paranoid about main, but his responsibility was past tense, now gone. Heaven, Stewie from behind. He's about to moonwalk into Ethan's crosshair and gets himself a nice equalizer. 4v3, advantage still for EG. Perhaps not for long if Cirque continues to investigate. Perfect flash. Oh, EG, they are looking good.
That flash from Tarek was so well set. Just perfectly placed. Naf, Stewie, last 2, where are they at? What can they do? Well, the bum is a little bit of a problem here.
Cover. Cirque realizes.
Cirque's got him. All right, Cirque's got his back. That's nice. There was a little bit of worry there, a little bit of doubt in my mind, but Naf with just the AWP's not going to really be able to do much about this, if I'm honest. Maybe you could prove me wrong, but I very much doubt it. And they managed to live. And again, EG, these small little pieces they throw together, that little flash in towards upper, beautiful.
Yeah, what I really liked there was the teamwork that was in every single part of that round. The small details, like when they were clearing out Heaven, they had a nice little 2-man stack going on. The flash, that is what you want to see. That is Counter-Strike at its absolute very best right there. I'm actually seeing if I can maybe work it out and show everybody at home. So give me 1 second. We might be able to pull it off while Naf just tries to hold on to this AWP.
Go on.
The turret.
Very stylish save, and he does get away with just a scrap of health as well. Preserves the AWP. A prize fit for... Who's going to take it? I mean, Naf's going to be the primary AWP for the new Liquid. Take it down towards Secret, perhaps. And Chaddy, what you got
Here we go. Look at this. As they're clearing, you have one player on the railing and one below it, so they have two different angles. They get that kill, and then I can change the camera angle for everybody, and you're going to see this flash come through in a second. Maybe it's going to take a few more seconds. Here it comes. You see the flash from Tariq from outside, and he gets the kill. So we missed that one there, but you got what I meant.
I got it.
To see it again.
I saw it.
We would have only missed a couple of deagles and an AWP. And you know what? Maybe they'll show us something with it. So far, the resounding answer is no. As Alicia gets plucked and we have the 5v4 begin, USPS is pinned to the wall. It's not looking like much here.
Far from anything tangible for the CT side here. Just going to be the same case again for Naf. Maybe he can take an AK down. That could be a lovely upgrade for Twist. He does still have a teammate for this one, and Naf, he knows what space he can take. This is great gaming. Covers the rifle.
He's tearing it.
Juggling them back. He is probably unawares as to how fast he's being hunted, and now Twist will no longer be a part of this. He's going to get hunted down here. Naf again. EG, they've not got loads of cash.
They have time.
Oh, Stan killed his teammate. Another flash for Naf 3-peak. They're close. He hits the no-scope. He's desperately trying to hold on to this AWP. Padding the stats, hitting the shots. One more, Tariq should get it. He's running out of options, and he does go down. But look what that's done to EG. They will not have AKs and utility for that.
And Naf can still buy an AWP if he really wants. He has 5,850, so he's probably licking his chops. Got to pad the stats a little bit. Still gets the big green in the back pocket.
And they've coming into this round with a couple of sacrifices. Let's see this again. Naf, he did so well.
I was trying to think of like the last time I saw action at this end of the map. I was thinking, right, when have I seen this? And literally, I think it was like incorporated to the Frag movie from CSS. I was like, oh, that's where it's from.
It's been a while.
Oh, check this Molotov out, Lauren. This one here is going to go through the roof from the hands of Ethan and actually burn onto the top raft. There's nobody home to receive it, so...
Oh, that's nice. I want you to explain one to me in a moment, but for now we do see a lot of the action going in Cirque at the helm of it. That's 3 big kills, and it should be the upper side, but there's still danger. Grim was one of them, but Stewie now left in the 1v3. How is he here, and how have they not checked on him? Almost converted to third, but what a baffling round that was.
Yeah, that was really odd.
Okay, yes?
Yeah, the molly that CTs throw to one part of the hut, I think it looks like they've mollied hut, but a CT can still run through it. And
in the doorway?
Yeah.
We saw it with Zeppa. Yes.
Ah, okay.
There's also, you'll also see CTs, what they'll do is they will throw a Molotov on top of the hut, so it sounds like this normal sound cue of a hut molly, and then have somebody stampede in. Yeah, and that's just the way of like playing with your tendencies and the standard protocol nades that you're expecting. But now we are really seeing the CT side of the economy getting battered here, and Ethan just flashed, holding down the trigger, grabs one, and while the mop, the cleanup crew, they're in lobby, and now finish things on off. So the MAC-10 started and finished the round as quick as you'd like. An 8 on the board for EG. They are running away with this one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we might get out of here before midnight, and production are going to be so mad that I just said that. They'll be thinking about black cats and walking under ladders, smashed mirrors, all of that kind of stuff. Yep. I think I might get out there and my car might be keyed. So, guys, please be nice.
Just 12 on the car.
You know, there's a lot of cars in the car park. I don't see any staff around the Cedarwood Creek plant. Do you? Who's parked all these cars?
I think what happened, Alex, we had to evacuate everybody because there were terrorists.
And there was explosives.
Right.
And
yeah.
That does make sense.
Ah, okay, fair. Touche.
Isn't there law to Counter-Strike?
Law?
Oh, yeah, we're working on it. That's
Law.
L-O-R-E.
This is the law. We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
This is it. All right, get on Wikipedia, folks. Edit it. Get it going.
And Tariq charging up her is part of the story. In fact, Ramp, perhaps, seems to be his target. Through the flames, in the nade, that's death. No, the smoke saves him, and it's a multi for Stewie. It's 4 in quick succession. Stan pre-fire, and he wants to at least take a couple more with him, but Elige isn't interested, and that's a quickie. Stewie 2K, silent for most, but does manage to secure a third entirely on his own.
Haven't had one of those in a while. We saw him get an ace with the MP9, then switching to the USP the other day, but that was an eco bash. The last time I remember against a full gun round with the almost ace that Stewie here had was Flamey, who at Katowice.
Sorry, I had my mic over here. That was nearly a 5-man spray down with the 1 mag.
It would have been nice to see. Oh. Remember the Flamey one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite nice.
The Galil,
sorry, is that Flame
Dogger?
Flame Dogger, sorry. Yeah.
Keep it Keep it as intended, if you don't mind.
Now look what that's done to EG's money. These rounds have been getting closer and closer, and the Geniuses, they're left with the scraps. So Deagle for Breeze, a couple of light bits of utility to follow. They're going for yard control, making sure no early territory can be taken from Elige and Naf. And what that's kind of meant for the rest of the map is they can sit and wait. Now these are the L block smokes coming out here. L frame, L smokes, whatever you want to call them. We're making up the name on the fly. The teams call it after another team. We're trying to make it more digestible. They all have different names for it.
All right.
Oh, that's very retro. Elige, straight through the smoke, a flash from Stu. It's textbook, and it's necessary at this stage of the game. Liquid, they're already on the ropes. They already lost their map pick, and Stewie, he's passing the test on ramp again, at least for the first. Elige should be able to stop the retreat there as a good catch onto Breezy. Only Ethan. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get this bomb down. It looks like the CTs are in all the right places.
Oh, no.
The tide can be turned here, right? If we're going to be honest, 8-7 is a possibility. You hear me always trying to paint these positive pictures. It's a new thing. You know, I'm a new man. I'm not so negative anymore. I'm trying to carry around less chip on a shoulder and, you know, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So, look, Liquid could bring this one back very easily. As I mentioned before against Cloud9 the other day, they won 12 CT rounds in a row. So there's no reason they can't start to mount so few more. And it will be against the eco. So this one here, what we tend to do in rounds like this, Lauren, we pick a fun topic.
Can I tell you a little guilty secret then?
Sure.
Look, I feel disgusting myself. Don't worry, but I really thought, it's 12 rounds, halftime.
Well,
oh,
what?
That's a strange turn of events. So what's happened there is Cirque has snuck down Secret with only the Glock. He's caught Elige with his knife out. He's hit the double dink with the Glock. He's now basically going to force a CT to respect a Glock push down lower. His teammates will now have one less player to deal with on that top site.
How did Naf miss that?
These are great questions that I'm sure they will be asking.
Nice, expecting more. Deagle in hand, handling it, not quite. Twists, trying to stop the weapon recovery. There's now an AWP in play, and Breezy has managed to utilize it well.
How is this dangerous? How are we in this scenario? As now down to the 1v2, Stan has to do something big, denied in the end. As Stewie and Twist stop it before it gets way out of control, but I mean, that's not normal.
Yeah, that should never happen. I don't understand how Naf didn't communicate that was a possibility, because he took a duel with Cirque earlier in the round with the AWP. And the level of surprise, there you go. See, it should not be able to happen. That should not happen by any means. And surprise, that's one thing. Frustration is probably another. The fact that he now has to completely rebuy and the round was close. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, going to be a test for Liquid's mental. Molly does screw up the wall of smokes. Does look like Elige wants to slow him down more so. His body, however, is nothing more than an obstacle for them to overcome. That's unfortunate. You can see how close that was to the smoke. Does get extinguished, but the gap, thanks to Naf's hard work with the incendiary, is translating into frags. Flash for the cross. He evades it nicely, but Cirque still gets across. Now into the low side. That is their mission. Stewie from ramp will respond. Important to have players establish control on this window side. That's what Stewie is considering. But if he can just get himself up above that silo, playing that upper spot, he'll be in a good stead for at least one or two.
We see teams who like to go vent to top in late round situations here. And because they still have Breeze over towards lobby, if we get a little bit later and he can actually peek on out the squeaky door, never mind. They're sticking with the lower. We're going to see a Molotov towards Dark.
Come on, Stewie. Let's have a look at it. Tickles the toes, gets Stan. That's a horrible mental image, but that's pretty nice. Tarek going down now. Stewie's still standing, barely, but he was alive. He's bought time on those rotations, but Cirque wants a word about it all, and he gets his head taken off.
Breezy. Not a lot of fun for him.
That's it. He hears the smoke.
Changes his route.
Oh, with 20 seconds left, the best thing he can do is save, and now it is seeming more and more likely that 7 rounds I was talking about could be Liquids, as long as there's no more goofs and gaffs and Glocks making it down Secret without being known.
I don't know why I find that such a novelty, that camera angle. Because I obviously I didn't have it before, so it's fun to me.
We're living in the Frag movie now.
That's probably why I like it. Oh no, I'm such a basic
You can hear like the
person.
drop coming as he's running into the site.
Just hear like, what is it?
Call 911
We were hoping
The
like,
freaking Benjamin or something comes in.
you know, with the music low enough so we throw to the game.
Right.
We hope one day we can get the timing where there's like a Glock rush and the music is ramping up as the pistol round is about to like clash.
You know, you heard the music and you started dancing.
Yeah. You want that?
But we need like.
You want the Bring Me the Horizon ripoff to be in sync with the frags.
Exactly.
Got it. Hey, production, you wanna leave it on a little longer next time?
Right.
It's not up to them, it's up to the players. Because they can leave the music running, but what tends to happen is every time the music gets running, they slow it right down.
Yeah.
It's like they know it's coming or something. They just don't want the perfect sync.
End up looking like plums, just going, here we go, towards the B site, 3 flash, and then you'll just stop. It's very, very anticlimactic.
So I just want to note here for EG, there's no HE, which means Squeaky Door cannot be blown open if they wanted to go for more of a vent dive or a top type of rush here, and there's not enough residual for someone to buy one before they leave spawn. So with these SMGs in play, we could just see the wall smokes to cross secret and get into that lower bomb site really quickly. That is something that I would be looking for or looking to call if I was Stan.
Lead looks promising. Does just slow down Tarek down to 85, means that number 4 should be just a little more deadly. Naf working with very little. Oh, that's enough, though. You can see the boots. Tarek, those neon laces costing him something. Recovering the bomb, though. Stan does grab it. And back to the lower site. Here we go. Rinse, repeat. EG looking for their 9th.
Stewie, last time was good. He needs to be better this time. New angle, new chance, new shots, new bodies. He's got it all. Stewie with 4. What an incredible closer.
That is stunning stuff. 8-7 on the half. We're going to go ahead and catch our breath. I'm sure they will too. EG leading, but by the narrowest margin on their map pick. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. 8-7 on the half. A lead for EG after a victory on Mirage. And now we're preparing ourselves for the second half. This is the Group B winners match. Both teams successful in their first bout. We'll see who can remain undefeated and join Chaos in the playoff this evening. I am Machine, joined by both Pansy and Sponge as we head on in to the pistol round. GG.bet do lean heavy towards the EG. And let's see if Liquid can do any better on their T side.
Well, we tried, and they decided to play it slow. Yeah. So this is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Every time we sync up the tunes to give it a bit of hype, they suck all the oxygen right out of the room. This looks like it will be a little bit of a late top piece. Stewie with the nade in hand looks destined towards Squeaky Door. Twist with a smoke over towards top ladder. It's all a ruse. Towards ramp, they'll be heading with the bomb.
We'll get it one day, don't worry. The hype will come in at the right time. And if it was now, it would have been perfect, but it's not. The ramp take comes in, and they get right on down. No contest.
Okay, so no issues so far. Zerg's playing with the ladder queue. They break the windows and start to advance. There's lots of sounds here, lots of options, and Stan could get overwhelmed. He's got the backup of his teammates, and Zerg's hit 2 spectacular shots. No need for Stan just yet. Now he's hit 1-2, and that's the end of the pistol. EG have come to play, and the individuals just win their duels.
So they gave away full ramp territory, but still had 2 individuals already on that lower bomb site to take the fights. That was because they had a bit more of a top site heavy lean here, and the rotation that was drawn out by the top smoke pulled Tariq away from the ladder base. But all in all...
Tariq's an Old Spice man, just like myself.
Oh, okay.
Good to know. You learn something new every day.
Do you feel closer to her
Me and Tariq's armpits smell similar.
Wow.
That's the analysis I have for you after that.
I thought we were still all using Lynx Africa.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love it smelling like a 13-year-old rugby changing room.
Ugh, every time we walk past the boys' changing room in
Yep.
school, just the odorous scent.
And then that chocolate one showed up and it just smelled worse.
It was terrible. Who decided that?
They weren't even like antiperspirants.
No.
They were just body sprays.
Yeah. Who did, what?
And then you spend your whole life thinking, maybe I just stink.
Yeah, but no, really, they were giving us the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to blame Mum and Dad for that one.
Absolutely.
Not helping
You learn from our mistakes. We'll be better parents. My kid will have a proper Old Spice pit. We'll be fine. Or she. I want a boy and a girl. That's the dream.
Cute, wouldn't it?
I do see Stewie on that AK-47. Now, bomb on his hand as well. That's a lot of responsibility for one man to be bearing into this round. That tight line held by Cirque. Not going to find anything just yet. Just a warning shot. Catches them on that boost. It's a hard shot to hit. He certainly has the weapon for the job, though. Interesting smokes being deployed here.
What a pace change we're having as well. It feels like it's so much quieter, but I guess this gives a little room for Stewie to make something out of it. If all the attention is drawn elsewhere, maybe he can be that killing blow.
Oh, Stan's got him here. He's got his number.
Yeah. Perfection. And now the rest of his teammates try and find some revenge, descending with the bomb. That was the consolation. Grim with a double, somehow standing vigilant. Will fall, but they do get themselves the plant. That's kind of half the primary objective. It is a plant, but that's all.
That's going to help out Grim a lot. He was the one who dropped the AK-47 over into the hands of Stewie there. So a gun round will be able to come out here after the bomb is defused from Tariq. No dramas, no dramas. Running around picking up the best guns they can, and they walk away from round number 2 with an M4A4, a silenced M4A1S, and that AK-47. They all have Deagles or upgraded pistols of a P250 there for Tariq, so things are looking very good in the early stages here for the CT side. But now this is where we have to wait and see. What do Liquid have in store? What kind of approach are they going to be looking for on their T side? As Lauren was just mentioning, it is quite slow, at least on that Force Buy or Hero AK round. There's no ult for Cirque just yet, no real need. Galil's for Stewie and Grim. 3 AKs for the others. And all the utility. So it's going to be an outside biff here. Flash ready. Stan's going forward.
Yeah, I love this. He's going to catch Elige unawares. The flash did tuck him in, but his warning shot will keep Elige alert.
Yeah, Elige knows a good amount, and I'd love a stat of how many kills Stan ever gets facing forward towards someone. He is just a pure ninja right behind him. Another flash getting set in potentially, but no, they're still trying to hunt out these outside players, but they've put the fear into them for sure. They're going to have to clear all of these angles now.
No air of urgency to Liquid's play here. Now the smokes will be deployed, same as last time. Obviously weapons and Molotovs behind it this time. A little more intimidating, a little more of Liquid's heart and soul put into this one, closing the gap on EG, the objective, and there's the start.
Oh, run boost as well in Warehouse. Not sure Breeze would be ready for this if he wanted to repick from the top of ladder there, the aircon unit actually, but he was ready for it, and Elige gets sat down.
Oh, trade right back in for Stu, though. It's this nice back and forth, but the CTs are only left with 3 now.
Is Ethan really going to go for the full commit to the lobby clear? This is ballsy. Nav jiggle and adjustment is quicker. And so with a 4v2, now only Stanislaw with a chance to equalize, and he has clawed one back. He's conscious that his teammate is holding heaven. Top side should be under lock and key, but Twist has found his second and most crucial frag of the round so far. Looks like Liquid will be closing this gap, and this will be their second round so far on the T side.
So maybe Stan just wants to get this AK and hold on to it, but if he can inflict a little bit more financial damage here, EG might consider going for a buy in the next round. Cirque, 3150 to his name. With the loss bonus, we'll be able to get a rifle up, but nobody else is going to have much money. So maybe just, yeah, I'm not sure. There's no
Benefit.
Yeah. The thing is, unless they want to go for a force buy in the next round, unless Stan can get a bunch of kills, it doesn't feel like it. Naf's going to take him out. And that will be the round. 10-8 now in favor of EG. Now, let's keep in mind this was their map choice. They did paddle the bottoms of Liquid over there on Mirage. A completely flawless T-half from Zeus and the newly equipped. Actually, that's the storyline I didn't run with enough, did I? That Zeus used to coach Liquid. I know you mentioned it, Alex, but we could have probably built that one up a little bit more, couldn't we?
Yeah, I mean, look
there.
at what we've seen today. I mean, we saw MIBR, we've seen all of Zeus's teams. It's all happened today. Yeah, he's had many an option and a valuable resource, this time under the EG banner.
I do like this attentive play from EG towards the outside area. I quite like it. It's obviously risky, there's no two ways about it, but it's quite something to watch. Now, obviously for the CTs, the purchase is going to be subpar to quite a large extent. We've got 5.7s and a CZ out there, but there is armor to back it up and a couple of rifles. And even SMG just thrown into the mix. But here comes that slightly delayed outer take. Elige leading the way with Stewie just as backup right now.
Warning shots, but nothing converted. Wow, 2 clips from Cirque's M4.
Ethan only has a 5.7 here, Alex. I'm not sure how much he can defend from this lower position. He's tucked into the well of the stairs.
Doesn't want a sound cue here, it will spread. Oh, clearing the vents as well. Thought it was indicative of a top site because they have got the lurk in Nav. But this, is Ethan! Oh. He's fired 3 bullets, he's found 2 heads. Cirque's done damage as well. That's all right, Stewie. Making the pivot, Breezy anticipating, ready and waiting with the UMP. Oh, they weren't ready. Util in hands, puts Stewie in a 1v4, makes it 3. Can plant, knows time is of the essence here. Heaven, Vent, both a threat. And he could get his weapon out in time, but Ethan finds his 3rd. And it does look like EG are in full control at this point.
Okay, that's a turn of events.
So Ethan, it looked like, you've got the worst weapon. You've got multiple enemies. They've already done the hard part. 2 clicks of his mouse, and suddenly EG are back into the driving seat, and that's going to shatter the economy of the T's. Let's see that from his POV. Look how calm he was. He's getting faced by rifles here.
That's nuts. They're 2 of the best aimers in North America that he's just taken down right there, and they're coming around the corner with a left eye peek, and they haven't jiggled. They haven't done anything to make him work for it, and he's just gone pop, pop, easy as you like. And now this is the time where, well, Jason Moses O'Toole, or the #1 cheerleader of North America, as I believe Stewie labeled him, has the opportunity to try and rally the troops as they discuss their options here. You can see the rounds that Liquid have lost have all come through a diffuse of EG, so that means the economy will be getting stimulated there. And look, Stewie is at the top of the scoreboard yet again, but he wasn't at the top of the scoreboard with Liquid with the best team. He wasn't at the top of the scoreboard when, times were tough. It was the Eliges of the world. It was the Nafs of the world. It was the Twists of the world. Where have they gone? Because everybody's quite well, quiet at the moment, and Ethan has continued that form from map number 1. Everybody seems to be fragging reasonably well on the EG side of things.
I guess player breaks can definitely affect people differently. Who's been grinding, who's been taking the time to take a step back, maybe refresh themselves. But someone who didn't take a step back was the T side. This pace, it's blistering.
Yeah, this looks great, but Stan has just thrown a real spanner into the works, and now another frag for EG. Tarek's on the retreat. Oh, they're in every single right place at the right time. Cirque's even doubled up. Stewie doesn't want to make the sound cue with the 1v4 on his plate. Makes sense. Doesn't want to give them the answer as to his location just yet. Bomb, of course, under EG defense. In fact, it doesn't get much scarier than this. Poor old Stewie 2K. He's got to hope that the evil geniuses are going to put a foot wrong. We've got all the extremities covered. Cirque's got ladder base, we've got Stan behind the box, Tarek's got the ramp push. So the first fight will be with Stanislaw. And if he gets it cleanly, ooh, timing will be a factor here. We are on to something. A flash perhaps, off the ramp for the peak. Another possibility. Tarek pre-aiming. That's the fight he wanted, but Tarek wins it out and puts 12 on the board for Evil Geniuses. They are now just 4 away from the playoffs here at ESL 1. Cologne 2020 online. The American region forced to separate, and I don't need to explain why.
I guess if people watch the VOD back in like 10 years' time and they've forgotten about the situation that we had at hand here, then maybe they would. What are they talking about? What was happening in August of 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I imagine in 10 years we'll still be thinking about it.
If I'm still talking about Counter-Strike in 10 years, I've either done something very wrong or very right.
Yep. Look, I've been casting for 10 years, but that still looks impressive. 10 years down the line, I'm sure. 4v4. T-side trying to get the pressure mounting, and Breezy's having none of it. He's holding firm. Stewie tries to make a play, and again, it's just chipping away, and that's all it is. EG put another up.
One of my biggest takeaways from this game, regardless of final result, is going to be that I'm happy EG had the player break and respected the player break, because they were one of the largest voices of the burnout and the risks of burnout and the results of burnout. Seeing Breezy and Ethan looking this crispy over the course of this series, I don't care who wins, is very exciting for the competitive Counter-Strike landscape coming into the late stages of 2020.
Yeah, if we can tie or put a bow on that for everybody, 2019 was when NRG kind of rose to success, right? That's when Daps was in-game leading. They were making top 4s at event after event after event, but they couldn't get across the line and push themselves further. So, as everybody seems to do, they upgrade their in-game leader. Stanislaw comes in. They have a fantastic event very swiftly after that. ESL 1 New York, momentum base, taking down Australia was great stuff to see. And then as the year trickled on, because they weren't used to the success, you'd already accepted all the invites to the tail end of the year. They're traveling to China, to Sweden, to China again, all in the span of 3 weeks. And then as the year tapers on out, they become very tired, very lethargic. Players are taking more time spending with girlfriends, doing more real-life bits and pieces as opposed to having that super focus. And then coming into this year, well, look, they've changed their coach, and things are starting to look like they've got their focus back.
Very, very excited to see an EG with their polished diamonds. Ethan, Breezy. Looking at the scoreboard now as well, you can see that it has been a group contribution. Cirque on 16. Stewie's definitely rebounded, though. We saw a quiet mirage out of him, but 24. Right back into the driving seat and proving he can do both. Multitasking, pulling the strings and pulling the headshots. Smokes for outside.
Not much to hold it back now. CTs are down to somewhat bare bones. Couple of smokes here and there, but see if that makes many odds in it. Cirque might be pressured, but the Molotov forces him away. He doesn't get much of a choice in the matter. As Stewie and Elige try and take that control, walking past the smoke now. CT side, waiting with bated breath, I'm sure.
This is going to be mad for Cirque. I can't believe he's gotten away with that. That's a Cirque exclusive play. He's walked out of Secret. He shot them in the back on their ratty warehouse maneuver, and he still lives to fight another day. Now into the inner sight. Naf and Grim crab walking their way out of the squeaky. Breezy, he's quick. Not quick enough this time. 4v4. Looking good for Ethan, but he can't control the spray. Naf has opened it up for Liquid. Twists as well. This will not be an open and shut case. Maybe Tarek can change my mind. A quick double, anticipating Elige. He had the fight. Elige finds the head, close. And Tarek seems to think so too. So that's to the 9th. Liquid keeping things competitive. Their second T round here on our second map.
Quite polarizing as a response. You know, even in the 1 rounds, Liquid still look pretty defeated, and Tarek's still having a great day.
Yeah, I think with a lead like this, EG are feeling pretty chirpy about things here. They will get another one of these buys on the board. Ethan has his 5-7 yet again. Let's see if he can pull off any more magic with that. Circ on the AWP. And a very quick secret cost coming in from Elige here. He'll be ducking, diving, weaving, and dodging. I don't think that's how that one goes, but he's made it lower.
Yep, duck, dive, and dodge.
That's the one. I've never seen that movie.
What?
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I was playing Counter-Strike when all those movies were coming out.
So
I
you
didn't
couldn't
actually
watch a film.
I didn't watch films. I just played CS.
Do you ever think that you overcommit to things, Chad?
Oh, well and truly, Lauren. Know me for long enough now.
Jeez, Lauren, why don't we just
Let's
say
do it
that?
live.
The knife? I don't know. Look, if you can't find time to watch a movie in
Yeah,
your life, I mean,
no
that's
excuse.
a lot of commitment.
That was before Ben Stiller got weird.
Oh, Cirque. Tucked in towards lower. I don't mind that. After being so provocative in that last round, pushing out, being so brazen and brave, it's kind of fallen back into a more passive look. I like that.
Nice alliteration. Floats my boat. Stanislaw, the goat of this
Ow.
round. A quick double, taking 2 of the fully equipped Liquid members out of the equation. Breezy's caught another. He even makes the call. He knows there's a presence. They might go for the vent dive. Who's the closest on that low site? It's Cirque.
Yep.
Look, he's next to you.
Behind you, comms a little blurry. It looks like he pulled the trigger onto Grim before he fell. 25 now. If you got the bomb, he's cognizant that there could be potential in secret, and he's actually investigating. Look how patient Stan's been.
Doesn't have time for this.
Yeah, that's a little alarming. He's got 15 seconds here, and he still needs to get that bomb down. He knows he's coming. Stan, nice work from Naf onto that. Patience could enable a plant. He's not got across. That's 14 for Tarek and co. And double kill for Stan was the real start of that 14th.
This has just been, like, it's like all the fundamentals that Liquid have had over their period of time as a team is just completely dissipated, right? Like, they're not winning fights that they should be. This is 2 rounds where they've lost to openings from 5-7s that have just got okay. The money now, not fantastic for Liquid here. You can see the timeout coming through. It is, well, their 3rd out of 4. There will be 1 remaining after this, and that is never a good sign. The chin on the fist, pondering the moments, the head in the hands. These rounds that they're losing, it just should not be the case. And as we push forward in this game, EG now poised to lock this one out, secure themselves a spot in the playoffs.
It does feel as though Jason might have his work cut out here. It's a project for sure, and I think, you know, whichever way they come out from this one, there's a lot of takeaways to look at here for someone like that.
You heard the sentiment from Jason when we had him on day 1. The interview, his sentiment was, I was kind of surprised by how much hard work I'm going to have to put into the fundamentals. You know, for a team that was world beating, that was completing the Intel Grand Slam in 63 days. You know, this is a team that reached high highs, even with some darkness in their roster and in their ranks. And he's stopped Cirque's funny business. It's rare to see it from this POV.
Yeah. That does feel almost very unique. I'm not used to seeing that one. But nice awareness from Elige. Obviously not something you deal with every single day.
Great grenade.
And Tarek sitting nice and deep on this. He knows the buy is going to be a little bit questionable, so he makes them work for their dinner. Takes down Twist. Push comes in. Molly burns. He can't do much more than that.
No, Naf's only got himself the Mac 10. Makes ramp. Oh, even worse now. Grim for the swing. Great shot. Upgrades to the AWP. Let's see if this new addition's got any fighting spirit left in him. Smokes the hut. Will plant. Oh, I love the fake. Breezy might bite onto that rather. And he does as he holds it. That's a shame. 15 though for EG. Certainly not a shame for the Evil Geniuses fans tuning in this evening, because this looks like a 2-0. It's written all over the walls. 2.9k for Stewie to splash. It's going to be a janky force buy for their last life.
Now, the loser of this will play the winner of Triumph and Cloud9. That will be the last game on Sunday before we head into the daybreak on Monday. So next week, that gives Liquid, who appear to be the ones losing this one right here, a couple of days to work on some of these issues, mentally reset, and find themselves some new form, because right here today, they have been absolutely battered around the server. And as we trickle forward into round number 25, most likely the last round of this game, EG just continue to build confidence, and they're doing it with style. Everyone's getting the multi-kills they need. Everyone's looking hot to trot. They have come in here today ready to steal away this victory and grab themselves the first spot in the North American Finals.
It's breezy. First two, Ethan as well. How poetic. It's these two that fill the feed for the finish. Double for both of them. 16-9. Evil Geniuses, kings of the North American castle for now.